Whoops. I forgot to turn that off. Let me fix that really quick. So I added a couple of new things. By the way, howdy, hey everybody, this is SK. I added a few things to my Streamerino here. God, I feel like such a tool when I say that now. But I've read Twitch chat so often it's kind of become a thing. I added a few things to my setup here, like an actual follower alert. You actually read Twitch chat up in the left corner here. Not that anyone will care to look at it because there's nobody gonna be here. There's no English, whatever. Screw it. So yeah, as you see, welcome back. I'm playing some Aion here, playing some good time goodness. There was a sentence in there, I swear. I know that the 4.8 patch came out, which basically overhauled, well, a lot of crap. Overhauled a lot of the class, the way the classes work, the stigmas work. Basically nuked like 4 or 5 high-level zones and replaced them. They basically wanted to go back to the old way of doing things, I guess, with rifting and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I fell out of the game years ago, so I'm not really certain what changed, except for the fact that I'm hearing it's supposed to be a good thing and people are coming back for it. And I figured what time but the present to actually start over fresh, because the character I had was from years ago that I'd never fully leveled. And I also heard that the server I was on was like really bad, so I figured, hey, let me just drop off my 71 million Kina to just some random person and then just start fresh, level 1 right from the beginning, so that way I don't have to figure out what the hell is going on. And by the way, this new login music is pretty freaking baller. I appreciate it. So let's go ahead, start right outright. English is a thing that I can do, I swear. And we can go ahead and, I'm sorry, I'm just checking a couple things, one or two more onesie-twosie type shit. And I think we are good to go. No frames dropping? No frames dropping. Good. Fantastic. So let's go ahead and start right up. I'm on the Tiamat server, NA. At least I am now. I was recommended to go there from, well, the handful of people that were here. They said that was the best place to go. So I figured, why not? Again, from what I hear, Israfel was kind of like the not good server you wanted to pick.
Check the basic information window.
Up. I forgot to turn that off. I actually did log into this already, basically because I was just trying to get stuff set up. I didn't want to spend the first 5 minutes of my stream trying to set up buttons. I kind of really wish... I really do wish that there was an option to, you know, like, do account-wide button setups. I mean, I know this is supposed to be like a, you know, one-time thing type game where you're only supposed to have like one character or something to that effect, but that would really be an option I wish still existed, because I did actually check the options in the character screen and that was not listed there, which saddens me greatly. However, small quibbles, I get to start fresh. Did my girl always sound like that? Did I have different voices for her? Shit. I don't know, I can't remember what voice set I picked for my girl last time, but this is what I picked, so that's what I'm gonna have to... Holy shit, my smite is, like, way stronger than it has any right to be. I am straight up one-shotting everything. Is that normal? Are you a bot? Because you're walking like a bot. You're not named like a bot, so maybe you're not, but... Hey, that rhymed! Neato. Yeah, I'm... Jesus Christ, I'm... Holy balls. I'm level 1, yeah, but I don't recall one-shotting things at level 1. That kind of... It's freaking me out a smidge. Just a smidge, just a little, not a lot. Alright. Well, hey, that was an easy first quest. Fantastic. If only we're going so well. The Sprig situation is well in hand. Smell their burning huts. Do I have to? Well, I'm not going to read the quest text because nobody cares about this particular quest text. For the sake of, I don't know, posterity, I suppose. I'm probably not going to skip the cutscenes, and I'm probably not going to be talking through many of them, just because, for posterity's sake, you know, there are people that may somehow have not seen this before, they may have not seen it in years, and, you know, it's nice. You know, I may actually be keeping these VODs for something later on, so I figured, where the hell am I running to? Oh yeah, I'm running that way. You know, I may want to try and keep these, you know, these VODs for later, maybe put them up on YouTube, something like that. I mean, nobody is really going to watch a leveling MMO Let's Play, but you never know. You never know. I mean, that's pretty much how every episode of Hoarders starts. You know, you never know. You might need this for something. Sooner or later, your house is full of garbage, but, you know, just go with it. Stop looking at me like that. Alright. So now that I filled that dead air with useless commentary, let's see what we got here. Yes, I'm murdering Sprigs. I'm quite the impressive... I cut quite the impressive figure.
Why? Nice day, isn't it?
Hey! They corrected this quest finally!
Aion's love.
Yay!
Kindness.
That quest is finally showing up again. For some reason it refused to show up until you were like level 3 or 4 or something weird. I mean, not that it matters, but it was just a weird little detail that I noticed. Why do I notice that detail? I don't know. But that's how I roll. It's weird to see TM next to my name. I'm gonna be honest. Gimme. Alright. Oh, you can kind of go away, Mr. Twitchathon. Don't start it. You'll regret it for the rest of your life. I'm assuming that is this particular Let's Play idea I was talking about. Well, yeah. I'm not saying I will, but, you know, that's me being with hoarder-esque, I guess, mentality. I'm like, you know, I don't want to throw it away. I could use it for something, you know, and then you have, you know, 3 tote bags full of left gloves because you never know. You don't know. You don't know, man. You don't know. What am I trying to kill? Kill Sparkies. Okay, Highland Sparky. Okay, you die. Die, Sparky. I'm kind of digging the damage. I know it's not going to last that way, and I know that's just because, I don't know, they don't care about level 1, because who cares about level 1? But I can appreciate it. Ah, shut up. I forgot they pop up like that. Give me Sparkies or give me death. Well, I guess it's Sparkies and death because I need your, you know, ass parts for things. That's very sweet of you, thank you. Did they brighten the skyline again? I don't know.
Nice
It's been a
day,
while
isn't
since
it?
I've actually seen the whatchamadoober, the newbie area. I don't care. Thank
The
you.
advantage is ours.
Now, let me see. Shulgin. That is pronounced as Shulgin, right? Something like that. Names are kind of jaw-cracking after a while. I don't really have much salient commentary to go between one town to another, or one stretch of road to another. You have my apologies. One of my favorite games, but 80% of the time I logged in I had bad. It was bad. Oh, it was bad. English is a thing that I can do. Rare moments, it's awesome. Yeah, I know. Aion is... It's an interesting game. I actually had something that was level 56. I'm more of kind of like a leveling person. I used to be kind of hardcore into the end game, leveling characters, yada yada yada. I did all that. They changed the screen for this. They shrank this. This used to actually have the correct amount of... They didn't vet this before swapping this to the English language, I can see, because I'm pretty sure that the Korean alphabet had success and failure as, you know, being able to fit clearly in those little notches between success and failure. Sorry, I'm weird and I notice really small details like that. But yeah, I mean, it's okay. I enjoy it. I enjoy the combat, you know, I enjoy the looks of things. It's a fun game. It's kind of... It's not a great game, but it's a fun game. I enjoy it, you know what I mean? And it's a change of pace between... Oh, hi there. Ooh, you're new. You're like... Ooh, you're pretty now. Please succeed so I can do something. Thank you. Did I always have Hollow Strike at level 3? I mean, I asked it like I have any idea. But now I have it, so yay. Hoorah. Nope, wait a minute, hang on. There we go. That way I have the wacky wacky on the first button. Makes things easier for me. That is one pixelated mountain. Did that always look like that? I can't help but get the feeling... Did I just ding level 4 from... Is that correct? But I get the feeling they may have, like, upped the draw distance, because I'm pretty sure that mountain wasn't as blatantly, like, NES style looking as I recall, but maybe I'm just wrong. Whoops, wrong button. Cool. Alright. Buttons are things that I can learn how to do. And besides, I might make it, more to your point, amusingly named Aion Upheaval. This is the thing where I'm probably going to wind up leveling this and then probably going to another game like Terra or Final Fantasy XIV or something like that. I have no real intention of doing much in the end game simply because, man, I work like 60 hours a week. I can't do like the end game stuff. And I've always been more of a leveler anyway. So I enjoy the experience of getting to max level and then kind of piddling around once I get max level. And then I'm just kind of like, okay, I'm done. If I wind up getting to max level and then doing group content, that's pretty cool, but that's usually like my end point would be, you know, smaller groups. You know, in this, you know, in Aion's would be 6-man, and Final Fantasy XIV would be like 4-man, 5-man, and WoW, stuff like that. I don't really do like the end game rating stuff. I've tried it a couple of times and it's too much like a job, and I don't really even get paid with much of anything. So I pretty much try to enjoy what I can enjoy. I am the epitome of like your, you know, scrub casual and all that kind of stuff. I've come to terms with it.
Was there something?
Don't look at me like that. Well, anyway, it's kind of weird being back here. It's kind of weird in the fact that I actually remember like exactly where everything is. Can I get that view? Hey, I can. Wow. Did I always have that much? I'm not. I'm probably going to be saying that through the entire duration of this. Was I always able to do that? Is that a thing I could normally do? Am I going batshit crazy? You know. Don't answer that last question. I already know what it is. Oh. Hello, Mr. Kindall. Who are you? Do you have quests for me?
Hail to you.
Idle hands. Did you always run around like... Meh. I really need to stop asking that question. Alright, moving on. Swallowing pride. Oh, this is that requisite. Hi, Mr. Priest Instructor. Do you have something of use for me? No. Okay. Alright, let's do this quest really quick. Which is like the easiest EXP in history. I just click a button, move to another server, and I'm good. You could transfer a little bit faster, please. You could stand it. There you go. By the way, if you hear some weird interference in the background, I apologize. I have a fan running because it is super effing hot in my bedroom. Don't use that as a euphemism for something. It's just, like, you know, Fahrenheit or Celsius-wise. It's just, it's hot. It's really goddamn hot. My Aion got many different things you can enjoy to do. That's nice. My something must be get in an OK group in PvP versus an OTHED OK group in like JMR or something like that. I don't know. I've been looking for other games, but no other game is like Aion. I still, most of the time, I hate it and love it. Yeah, it's any game that you wind up getting invested in. I mean, regardless of whether or not it's an MMO, if you get invested in a game, you're going to have like you're going to develop some kind of love-hate relationship with it. You know, because I mean, these games, especially MMO games, I don't want to, I really am hesitant to make the reference or parallel to them being like drugs, because one, that really belittles exactly how damaging a drug addiction can be, and two, it really offers a negative stereotype on gaming in general that I believe does not exist. However, these games can be an escape that,
On the shore northeast of Lake Tunapre are a few sprig dens. If you look around a bit, you should find plenty of grain sacks.
Oh, God, my alarm. I forgot that was a thing that happened. Well, so much for not talking during the cutscene. By the way, hi Superman's voice. How are you? But the thing about a lot of MMO games and games in general is that they offer an escape, right? And so if you get into a particular game that you really like, and I mean you really like get into it, like crack style get into it, it can be very difficult to pull yourself away even when you find things about it you don't like because you've invested so much time into it, so you get more passionate about it than, I don't know, so you have any right to be, but it gets more, you get more involved than your average person would, you know what I mean? But you can say that parallel can be drawn for pretty much anything. That can be for a TV show, a book series, sport, a team in a sport. I mean, there are people who are like, I mean, so into, you know, into their college football team that they can just deprive themselves of anything. I mean, it's human nature, i.e. people can be stupid, including myself. I know your point, but a drug addict would never confess usually that a game is bad or... Well, I'm sure they're old. I've known drug addicts who know for a fact that what they're doing is effectively killing them, but they're just kind of like, well, oh well, nothing I can do about it. Now, I don't know if that's representative of the majority of drug addicts or what have you, but, you know, there are some people who are fully aware of that kind of stuff. There are also people who are, you know, probably more so, far more so, who are in denial of it. You know, I can stop anytime I want to, I just don't feel like it. And you hear that a lot from people who kind of really get into deep games like, you know, like WoW or League of Legends or, you know, EverCrack back in the day. I mean, there's a reason game EverQuest was, you know, colloquially called EverCrack, because that game required so much of a time investment, but was so immersive, was so immense and detailed, and had so many intricacies that you didn't immediately know, and you had to take the time to learn that it could suck you in, you know what I mean? It was an escape. It was a fully fleshed out world. And that's not something, and I mean, not to draw the parallel that new MMOs suck, because they don't. In a lot of ways, they're far superior to the old brands where it was literally just stand in a camp, pull a mob, and just whack on it for 5 or 10 minutes until it died. You know, but there were some MMOs like EverQuest, like Final Fantasy XI, that were so just, had so much breadth of knowledge and information in them that, you know, to really get the full experience, so to speak, that they were just, you had to get into it like that, you know what I mean? There was no casually playing Final Fantasy XI. You were like in balls deep, or you just didn't do it at all. Yes, exactly, a game addict. I don't know how the hell I got like 5 minutes into this and just got into a pseudo-political rant about gaming addiction versus drug addiction, but, you know, that's how I roll, I guess. Shut up, Bolier. Bear in mind, I'm doing pretty much all of this on autopilot because I know pretty much all of these quests by heart.
As for lumber,
That's fantastic. God damn, I'm level 5 already? Another one of those weird moments where, excuse me, what? Ooh. Blessing of... That's not what it was called before. Select target, increase vehicles, back, Can you get out of my way, please? There you go. I do like this whole new skill thing. That's nice to kind of give you an idea of what... Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, that's right. That's right. Oh god, that's right. Oh, I forgot that, I recently added a follower thing from Night Dev that made a sound effect, and I purposely explicitly used the Goblin Aggro sound effect from Final Fantasy XI to be the follower sound. Specifically for the intent that every time that sound would go off, it's like hardwired in my brain that I'm to basically like jump in my seat and want to, you know, like curl into the fetal position like the sissy little child that I am. And that's almost exactly what happened right there. Jesus Christ, thank you, Aion Upheaval, for that. I very much appreciate your follow, and I hope to be seeing you a great deal after this point. But never mind my random rants to, you know, much ado about nothing, basically. Jesus, that scared me, though. Oh, I'm supposed to kill... How How do you pronounce those things? Are they Irons? Aarons? Aaron? Aaron? Is that a thing? I don't know. The big, like, what do you call those things? The ones that are actually the real creatures that you see down in Florida. What are those things called? Flamingos. Yeah. Like fantasy flamingos. That's kind of what they look like. And speaking of which, fantasy flamingo kind of sounds like a really bad sports team. It's the New Jersey Fantasy Flamingos. Why it's New Jersey, I don't know. Because there are no flamingos in New Jersey. Just go with it. Just don't question it. Just go with it. I have to on a daily basis. Okay, now what else do I have to kill? Aarons. I just had this conversation like 10 seconds ago. Alright. I get to murder flamingos. Doo-da, doo-da. Now, chances are these things are going to be dead before you even have a chance to actually do the wacky, but... Well, I'll be damned, it survived. I'm going to do the wacky. That is significantly more weak than I was hoping it to be. That's saddening. Please nerf. OP. Thank you. I hear harp sounds. Or something. I heard something. Oh, I did hear harp. Okay. Give me. Thank you. Now, any quest assistances? Well, none that I need to do, but everything appears to be done, so that's good. This game has great-ass freaking music, man. I love battle music. It makes me happy. You poor Israfel fool.
Can't you see I'm busy?
Thinking ahead, that's great. Grains of sack. Great. Whatever. Sacks of grains, yeah. That's English is a thing that I know how to do. I wonder how a game addict thinking is like a normal day. He is thinking about game all day, because sometimes people say I'm game addicted, but I fell myself. I'm not, because a normal day best is being outside doing loads of stuff, not game related. I'll play a game from maybe 9 to 2, 3 a.m. 9 p.m. to 2 or 3 a.m. Honestly,
I hope fate.
Believe me, I'm probably not the person you want to, you know, ask about. Wow, I forgot how much crap you get on that. That's a lot of stuff. Alright. When it comes to... Yeah, when it comes to gaming addiction, you really do think about it at, you know, to the extent of anything else. I mean, I remember when I was really super into Final Fantasy XI, I mean, that thing was like my life for 2 years. And that's really pathetic for me to admit. But that shit was like my life for 2 years. I would dream about that game. I was so into the crafting, even though I never actually finished it. I was so into the crafting that I'd actually printed out... I actually got a binder. Right? And I went to the Alakazam website that had all of the synthesizing, like the craft recipes, because you couldn't just look it up in game. You actually had to, you know, like tinker around with it to get the stuff that you needed. And the game on PC was not capable of being alt-tabbed because the game would crash, and there was no windowed option. And the third-party option to make it windowed was liable to get you banned back when I played it. So what I did was I actually went to this Alakazam website with all the synthesizing recipes, and I printed them out, and I put them in this binder. It was 97 pages that I printed out and I had in this binder, and I had sitting on my desk for easy reference for when I needed to do any kind of synthesizing recipe to actually do this. Now, granted, that's because Final Fantasy XI synthesizing was like... And to be completely honest, Final Fantasy in a nutshell was basically like getting punched in the baby maker over and over again as a pastime. But, you know, when you get into something that much where you want to do things like that to the point where you dream about it, you can't think about anything, you know, you can't do anything, then yes, you need to reevaluate some things, or like, you know, try to pick up another hobby. But there are also people who can play games, you know, like, you know, 10, 12, you know, hours a day. maybe not necessarily every day, but they can play these games and then still have a functioning life outside of it. Yeah, oh no, I'm a nerd. I fully and freely admit that I am a total nerd. I mean, I have both a Batgirl costume and a Starfleet officer's uniform sitting in my closet, so believe me, like, I am a card-carrying nerd if there ever was one, so. But, there are some people who can play these games for long stretches of time and still be like a functioning adult. I mean, it's, you know, if you enjoy your hobby, you enjoy your hobby. There's nothing any different than going out and going to the gym for 4, 5, 6 hours a day. I mean, you know, hopefully you get something out of it and you don't feel like you're beholden to the gym, or, you know, like when it gets to the point, I think, that, you know, you're doing it out of rote, that you're not getting enjoyment out of it, but you're doing it just because that's what you've always done, and it's, you know, you feel like you have to do this for some unspoken or for some reason you can't really understand, then that's when it becomes kind of a problem. You know what I mean? That's when you gotta really take a look at stuff. Is my mic even working right now? My mic isn't muted, is it? I mean, you're replying to me, so I'm to assume that you can hear me, but it's, my OBS is doing something weird, and it's kind of making me confused and a little bit worried about the state of things. Please kill the Gatherer really quick so I can switch here. Thank you, Gatherer. Thank you for dying, I appreciate that. Settings, hotkeys, what? Okay. Let's try this. Oh my god, was I muted that entire time? Did that work? Am I unmuted now? I'm afraid to figure out what exactly was recording if my mic was off, but hi, my mic is working now. Alrighty. Welcome back! Alright. Icon technology. I think I will never grow away from playing games. Though, as you say, when gaming time becomes an excuse for not being able to do it. Yeah, that's when it becomes an issue. But then again, that can be said for anything, which is why I didn't really want to make the whole, like, gaming drug addiction comparison in the first place, because it's kind of a false dichotomy, or a false comparison. Drinky poo. Excuse me, I chug. I need to kill gatherers. Excuse me, hi gatherer, you need to die. I hope you don't mind, but I need your, life, I guess. I thought I actually needed something from you, but they want me to just kill you, so nothing personal, it's just business. Thank you for doing business. Please die again later. You know, I know this isn't going to stay the same like this, but I am really digging the whole, like, two-shotting things with Smite. I kind of, well, when it hits, that'd be great. Jesus, I'm level 6 already, huh? I mean, I know it's a fast-track server, and that's kind of, like, the point inherent of it, but Jesus. I enjoy the interactions as well, believe it or not. You know, I've only been doing this for maybe a couple of weeks, well, maybe like 3 weeks or so, on and off. And by on and off, I mean like once a week maybe, because as mentioned, I kind of work like 60 hours a week, so I don't have a whole lot of time to do this. But I enjoy the interactions as well. I mean, I've been watching Twitch streams for a while, but my internet was too bad to actually stream myself. And the big thing that I really enjoy about Twitch is the ability to just interact with whoever is nearby, or whoever's nearby, to actually interact with the people watching you rather than just watching, you know, a video on YouTube, which is, I mean, don't get me wrong, that's always fun to watch a YouTube video. Oh, Jesus. Thank you, McPolly. Oh, God, that's going to scare me every single time that happens. Every single time. The only thing that would be worse would be that, the sound effect from Wild Burning Crusade in Outland, when you had a Fell Reaver walking past, and it would make that large roar sound and the ground would shake. I swear to God, every time I hear that sound, even like years later, if I randomly heard that sound, my instinct would be like, oh God, run away! And I would just kind of like turn around and start running around like a chicken with my head cut off every time without fail. I'm talking really fast. Sorry.